America. This is Humberto Alba with special reporter Joel Collins, who got a chance to speak to the honorable judge presiding over Rodgers versus Texas and members of the jury as the trial got underway. Let's take a look.
Hello, people. This is Joel Collins reporting from Rodgers versus the state of Texas with the honorable judge presiding over our case. This is Valley Action Force News, the premier name when it comes to all news, hot, fast, and loud.
Speak up. Judge Timothy Rodriguez.
Interesting stuff. All right. Now, can you explain to us how you are going to remain impartial in this case?
Being that this is my first case, I don't know much about either side. I plan to just listen to the facts, treat both sides fairly. Time limits will be strict for both, and everything will go according to the books.
Now, can you tell us about the bailiff? Is he going to be fit to take on a case like this if anything goes wrong?
I've never seen a more prime specimen of man, such as bailiff Chase Langton.
Good to know, good to know. Well, thank you. Signing off from Valley Action Force News.
Hello. Wait.
How am I going to address the nation?
Hello, nation. This is Joel Collins reporting live outside the courthouse for Valley Action Force 5 News. We are here with two members of the jury trying to getting some background information and just learn as much as we can about this case. So, why don't you go ahead and start off by telling me your names and where you're from?
Jake.
Okay,
From
name, please.
Herzberg.
Okay.
Well, my name is Carter Armendariz.
All right. Now, first and foremost, any thoughts so far on the case or anything like that? Do you know anything about the case at all?
Not really, no.
They haven't told you anything.
Nope.
We have an uninformed public so far.
Yep.
All right. Tell me something about yourself.
Well, I like long walks on the beach.
And how is that gonna affect this case, do you think?
Probably not at all.
You know what, you can just... So, do you think there's any chance of a hung jury maybe this time?
Maybe.
Yeah. Is it gonna be you?
It might be me.
All right, so there you have it. Signing off live from the courthouse.
The court is now open and in session. All rise. The Honorable Judge Tim Rodriguez presiding. Clap. Clap. All persons having business before the court, please come to order. I now call the case of the state of Texas versus Rodgers. All right, the jury will now be sworn in. Please raise your right hands. All right, and all rise. All right. Do you solemnly swear that you will try the issues now to be given you? That you will speak to no one of the business or matters that are now to be given you, and that when you have all agreed upon a verdict, it will be kept secret until you deliver it up in court. Do you all swear?
After the jury was sworn in, the prosecution and defense gave their opening statements.
Unfortunately, we are here because my clients and I, and my witnesses believe that Mildred Rodgers, the original owner of the Rodgers estate, was murdered in the first degree. Not only murdered, premeditated by her caretakers, Tracy Smith Rodgers and Dolly.
But the reason that we're only here 2 years after she died is because of that man there, John Rodgers. After her death, there was no discrepancy towards the will that they should inherit it. And the only reason it was even satisfied in a civil court that that will was legitimate and that the money was to go to my clients, Leslie and Dolly Rodgers. The only reason that there's a problem here today is because John's fighting for his right to the farm once again. Something he feels he's entitled to. Something he feels.
John Rodgers was called to the stand and gave his best silent treatment.
Between that period and the time of her death was 17 years, correct? So at what point, so between that time and her death, how many times did you come home?
I made sure to visit her around holidays.
For a healthy person.
Sure, was a regular person now?
Man, that's a lot of big words that you, I'm afraid, are not going to understand.
Then delivered a solid defense.
Immediately I started running inside. I dropped my groceries and I saw Tracy cradling Mildred, who was unconscious, and Jose was on the phone with the police.
Alright, no further questions, Your Honor.
Prosecution, you can have the
A word from our sponsor.
What's up, bud? How's it going, man?
Did this ever happen to you or a loved one? This tragic story is repeated thousands of times every day across America. You may not know you're at risk until it's too late. Please, call 1-800-LIFE-ALERT today.
That's good.
All senior citizens should have Life Alert.
We finally met and gave a swift verdict.
We, the jury, find the defendants, Dolly and Tracy, innocent of first degree premeditated murder.
You ordered the code red. You're damn right I did. And I do it again.
I'm like Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
No, you idiot, Tom.
Are you getting this?
Hey, Johnny.
Are you getting this?
That's all, Your Honor.
I was watching the news last night, and there was like actual Action 5 news. So, based on a true story. We goes back. Order the court.